Hi guys, today I'm going to be going through the Rocket League transfers in RLCS over the off-season and all the free agents from North America, EU, and then the rest of the world after that. It'll be a quick little slideshow thing, so yeah. Have a look at this for now. We've got Nolly, First Killer, AJ. They all don't really look like they have a team yet. There have been some rumours with First Killer and AJ. Nolly got kicked by Gen G. Retals and Magic Bear will be staying together from Optic since Optic went out of the scene, but AJ will not be carrying on with the roster. Justin is a unrestricted free agent right now of NRG. He might join back to NRG, but he might just leave. Squishy, he's fully left NRG. No one knows what team he's going to so far, but been a few rumours, but we don't really know. He's not that good anymore. Beast Mode, Daniel Com, they're likely to stay together, as they have said in podcasts and interviews. Com is most likely to be kicked if anything does happen. Beast Mode and Daniel definitely going to stay together. But V1 might be going out of the scene, out of the Rocket League scene, so they do not know what is going to happen from there. Mist and Cypical, they both play on FaZe, and FaZe has just lost First Killer after 2 years, and it looks like FaZe might actually just leave the scene together, and Mist and Cypical will likely not be on the same team next year. Percy, Lion Blaze, Kinsey, Aqua and Knight are all free agents now after they've left their teams. Teams likely to stay in NA, stay together. V1, as I just said, Com, Beast Mode, Daniel, they're all working well together. They said on podcasts and all stuff like that. They want to stay together. It's kind of up to the org right now what happens. Furia, no transfer news heard. I think they should make a transfer, but there has been no news heard so far, so I don't really know what's going on with Furia. Complexity, they did well last year. I think they'll want to carry it on. There's no need to make a roster change. They're one of the best teams in North America. Space Station Gaming, again, towards the end of last season, they really found their team. Arsenal playing amazing now. Hoxer and LJ, some of the best in North America. They're great. G2, they never break up really. They're a good team. They won't break up. JNaps and Chicago are starting to slow down a bit more now, but you've still got Atomic, who is absolutely brilliant. Transfer rumours in North America, there are not that many to be honest. Justin, Gen G, I've had that one a few times. First Killer, Gen G, AJ, Gen G, lots of them looking towards Gen G. I should have probably put Justin to NRG as well, because he might be going back, then Com to V1 as well, just in case. But yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, Gen G, big team, recently kicked Nolly, so they're looking for third man to play with Chronic and apparently Jack. And in my opinion, it'll probably be one of these three. It's not likely to be Justin. It'll probably be between First Killer and AJ, or they'll pick some upcoming talent. It might be someone like a guy from Shopify Rebellion, what's his name again? Two Piece. He's a great player. Possibly Aqua as well, but I don't rate him. First Killer to V1 possibly as well. I've had that one quite a few times. Lots of rooms of First Killer right now. He's going to join a big team. It depends what big team though. I think if Com doesn't sign on, I think First Killer is very likely to join Daniel on Beast Mode. The reason why... Never mind. I'll move on. Wow, the free agents from EU, absolutely insane. Now, this is the financial difference between North America and EU. North America have a lot more money in the game, even though they're not as good. But that makes sense, though, because their main language is English, so the teams want to sponsor them there. And in EU, it's quite hard to sponsor a team that don't speak your language. So, the free agents we have here. Cash, he got kicked from Moist like Juicy did. I get it, because they both weren't performing well enough. Juicy's not that good. Joyo is great, though. I think Joyo will go on to do great things with Moist again. Astral, free agent, got kicked from Moist around halfway through last season. Mark by he got kicked by G1, which was awful. G1 have done awful since then, and now they've even gone at the whole Rocket League scene. I think Mark by 8 will get picked up by an amazing team. Sizen got kicked by Vitality for Zen. It's kind of sad for him, but yeah, you know what I mean. He'll get a good team. Extra kicks by BDS. He'll find a good team as well. Be some absolute French mega team. You'll see in a minute. I've made one French mega team already. There could be 4 more mega teams just from free agents alone. Rise is likely to rejoin BDS, but right now he is a free agent, and he can go and look at other clubs. So yeah, Exotic and Itachi. Wow, they both got kicked from Carmine Corp. Same with the coach there. Vatira's the only one left. If he's looking to rebuild after not even that disappointing end of last season, but they want to be the best team in the world, and you see that from Vatira. To be fair, there's still amazing players at Itachi and Exotic, varying my French super team that I'll show you in a minute. Still, yeah, top 20 players in the world. Oli, he's a good player. He's always kind of been made out as the scapegoat in most teams he plays in, but at G1 he was the best player there, because Atomic and Dorito, wow, what a fall off they've had with G1. He had marked by 8 before. They've done awful since he left. Scrub Killer got kicked by Hogan mode for a team he made himself, which is quite sad, but I don't think Scrub minds that much. You'll get an alright team, a top 16 team maybe, at least top 32. Stake, I've not seen him in the Rocket League scene for ages. I don't know what's going on with him. Relating Wave will get a top 16 team. I don't know what though, but we'll have to see. Still a good player. Same with Breezy, good player. I've seen him quite a few times before. Flame, haven't really heard of him too much. I think him and Breezy are on the same team last season. Williams Resolve, but they didn't do too good. Tux, Ivan, Cataclysm, they all got didn't get kicked, but their org went down. So I don't know what they're doing, if they're teaming up or they're going to a different team. All I know is Cataclysm, in my opinion, is not very good. Ivan and Tux are both amazing players. Loose P, he was on, I think it was Guild, I'm not sure, with Acro and Gom, was it? I don't know. I think Loose P is a great player. Acro and Gom, I don't really rate myself. We'll just have to see what happens to there. Matean, my opinion, not very good. Smokes, he can get into a great team. Smokes, extremely underrated. This guy, on a good team, he'll be amazing. I've seen him play many times before. Unbelievable player. Raziz, he could easily get a top 8 team. He's a great player, but he's not got the greatest reputation. He's always played on smaller teams, but he's mostly been a standout player on there. Hibbs, I'm not sure. He's not very good. Same with Cassio, Chaussette, and Fairy Peak. All amazing back in the day, but not very good anymore. Teams likely to stay in EU. BDS and Vitality. That's it, really. That is pretty much it at the moment. I don't really know what is going on. But yeah. Oh, I think I've gone past. There you go. So, transfer rumours for EU. Oli to Sir, because Mike Boy and Foe are from the Netherlands, and so is Oli. I think they teamed up before in the past and they did quite well together, so I think Mike Boy and Foe will want to get back with Oli, and Oli right now is not at the best time, so being one of the standout players in this team will work well for him. And I think if that roster went together, I think they've all improved a lot recently. I think they could really try and crack into that top 8 of EU. Chronic to Moist Esports. Now, Liquid, reason why I didn't put them on teams like Stay EU, because I really do not think they're going to stay together. I think the last one on Liquid will probably be Oski. Oski will try and build a good team around him, but I'm not sure he's going to get. I think Archie might possibly go to Liquid, but at the moment I'm saying Chronic, there's been a lot of links to him and Moist Esports, with Joyo getting rid of his former teammates, and wanting to rebuild a team. Same down here, Archie going to Moist. I think if Chronic and Archie both go to Moist, it will be an insane team who can be challenging that top 3 that the French teams currently take up. A toe to Carmine Corp. So Carmine Corp have recently kicked Itachi and Exotic. Vatira is going to be wanting to get an amazing player in. One player I think now will be a toe from Liquid. There's been quite a few links between them two. But the problem is, who else other than a toe? What other French player would like to join? There's been a few links from Rise to Carmine Corp, but Rise has recently said on Twitter he would like to stay at BDS. So we'll just have to see what happens with the Kami Corp situation. I think it was a mistake from Vatira to kick both Itachi and Exotic. If it was me and I was going to kick someone, I'd kick either one of them. Don't know who, because they're both great. But yeah, a Chronic would be an amazing, not a Chronic, a Toe would be an amazing pickup for Kami Corp, but it just... The question is, who else would they bring in? Would it be Sizen? Would it be Extra? Would Astral go for it? I don't think Astral would work well, though, with them. Maybe even a Mark by 8. We'll just have to see. So, here is the French super team. Itachi, Exotic, and Astral. Imagine that team together. Itachi and Exotic just kicked from Kami Corp, as I just said. And Astral kicked from Moist last season and not being able to look at other teams because he was still contracted. Now, I believe he's not contracted anymore. So, a team like that, unbelievable super team. And I say French super team, but I think Astral's Belgium, isn't it? Itachi is Moroccan. Exotic is French. So, French-speaking super team, but yeah, basically French. Fucking, that would be an insane team. I'd love to see it happen. Astral deserves better. He did great on Moist, got kicked, sadly. And so, Exotic and Itachi also. We rarely put a foot wrong. EXO free agent, I think he'll get kicked from Oxygen. I think Joriez will try and rebuild from there. I think it's also possible Joriez joins Moist, but I think Archie's more likely to, because I think Joy and Archie are friends. EXO, he's a great player. You can get a great team. Archie to Moist, like I said a minute ago, it'll be a great signing for Moist. Joy, good mates, I think. Tox to Hogan mode. Now, this is just me making it up, like I did with the Oli one, because it's really hard right now to find any transfer news about the bottom 8 of EU, I'd say. Tox, amazing player. So I think if you went to Resi and Growly, I think Hogan mode could actually get top 5. We'll just have to see if Resi and Growly manage to keep up their form from last season, from the end of last season. Then I think that Hogan mode team, instead of being a joke, they're gonna be right up there. They barely missed out on the was it Summer Major, whatever you call it. Barely missed out on that. With Tox, I think he's better than Scrub Killer. I think they could really push on. Now, onto the rest of the world transfers that are confirmed. O'Khalid, I don't know where he's gone. Maybe he's joined a new team. I think there should be loads of MENA teams scrambling to get this guy. He's great, but I think his time for Falcons came to an end. He did great in Worlds. I think they came top 8, was it? Something like that. So he's a really good player, O'Khalid is. But I do think the man they picked up, Nalpo, is a better player than O'Khalid. You see this, they went to fucking shit. Anyway, I know they did good at Gamers 8, I'm pretty sure. I think they got, was it top 4, top 8, something around there. Nalpo looked really good, especially in the threes. They looked a lot more improved, they looked a lot quicker, more consistent. I do think it's a little bit better than O'Khalid, but only time will tell with Nalpo. Now, Cammy, I don't know what's happened here. I was looking through stuff, trying to find transfers and all that, trying to find rumours, and I randomly saw Cammy. He's left Elevate, or he's been kicked from Elevate. I'm not sure he'll be joining back. If it was me, if I was Cammy, I would go back to Oceania. I think he's still one of the best players. He's the best player in Asia Pacific, and he's also one of the best players in Australia, Oceania. So if he went back there, I think he'll find a team straight away that can challenge in majors. Brad from Crew, not too surprised about this one. When I was watching Crew, Brad has a lot of passion for the game, always shouting at the other team, really hyping his teammates up, but I do think he's the worst player in that team. I think Drafinho and Drops, both unbelievable players. They can do better. I think they're going to pick up a really good player. I'm not sure who, but whatever player they do pick up, I don't think it will let them down, because I do think Brad let him down in quite a few games and didn't really have much to him. Drafinho is amazing, by the way. Amphis, Power, I think he's an old guy. I don't keep up with Oceania too much. But yeah, I'm not too surprised about this. I think Oceania really needs to make a fucking powerhouse team now, because they're good players are too split up. If they really put in a team of 3 really good players, they could be challenging top 4 at majors. But right now I don't think that, but I think this is a step in the right direction. So yeah, thanks for watching, eh? Please subscribe.